Excuse me, bitch.
Man, where is that?
Welcome back, everybody. The long-awaited return of the Sports Drive. It is Thursday, March 14th, 2019. Hear that again. It's 2019. We haven't done the show since December of 2017. Go ahead.
You didn't allow me to bring us in the right way.
Go ahead, sir. Uh-oh.
I like this song.
Morning! All right, ladies and gentlemen, back by popular demand. It's non-filtered sports talk here live on YouTube. Do us a favor real quick, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel right now. My name is Josh Lopez. You can call me not the big win. The Brownie Master? No, I'm neither of those. But I am the one and only Josh Lopez. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at The Hoots Podcast. We are back with our cast of characters from the past, and we may have the Walmart boy join us later on. So
yeah, boy.
Be on the lookout for that. Today, we are going to be talking about NFL free agency, but very important, since we are bringing back the Sports Drive once a week, every Thursday at this time, we want some interaction with you guys. Interact with the Fat Bucks on YouTube. Let us know what you think. What's on your mind when it comes to sports? If you have a rant you want to get off your chest, go ahead. We'll probably read it on air for you. We're open to any suggestions to make this the best sports talk show out of every single one that has multiple people on it. So I'm honored and blessed to have the show back on air. Oh, we got double echo. And boom.
Something just rang in my ears.
Yeah, that's much better.
Gotta switch to a camera.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, let's get to the introductions really quick. First off, we have the one man from Blue Bumblebee, fucking Kentucky. This young man is the Gomer Pyle of the Sports Drive. Here he is, Andrew Browning.
What's going on, guys? Good to be back. And shout out to my boy Chucky, to the Hall of Famer, the Mr. Sour Train himself.
What up, Chucky J. Smooth? Hey, how's everybody in PTW these days?
Doing good. We're about to have a big show in April.
Oh man, Chucky Smooth. I haven't heard that name in a long time. Holy shit.
Hey, who's Smooth? Hey, does Smooth have an opponent for
Andrew, are those headphones wireless now? Did you go wireless on me?
No, these are boys' headphones.
Oh, so you got rid of the Meek Mill headphones. I was wondering what happened to the Wale headphones too.
The mic shorted out, so
yeah. All right, introducing next from Bumblebee, Indiana, but another product of the state of Illinois. This young man is the rap bastard of all rap bastards. He is the big win himself, Frank Sprinkle.
I can't believe we're back and the warm weather has returned. Can life get any better?
I gotta say, could I pick better timing to bring the show back than now, especially with what's going on with the NFL? Let me just say that really quick. Oh, good God. By the way, I have a couple rants I need to get off my chest. I haven't had a chance to talk about the whole Cody Parkey thing or the Bears actually shutting every fucking critic up last season. There's some stuff I need to get off my chest today, okay? Ladies and gentlemen.
You and I both, Sir Lopez. I both.
All right, our last introduction we got to do for now. We got a young man, a talented man, the runner of Arena Sports Network, the Snowman, Brian Snow.
I haven't been called a young man in a long time since I'm pushing 50. Welcome back to the Sports Drive, everybody. The original crew is back. We got rants for you. We got sports updates for you. We don't have more, thank God for that. So it may be a little quiet maybe a little on the quiet side today. I got a Bears rant up my sleeve. I got a Cubs rant up my sleeve. And yes, I have an NBA rant up my sleeve, which concerns a certain player, which y'all know I've hated for 16 years. And all that and more to come.
That's okay. I don't watch the NBA anyway.
There's a pretty lady sitting across from me with a big old grin on her face, and she knows when I get on the air, I get absolutely stupid, and I have her laughing. She's not. Look, she told me and admitted to me when we met that she's not the biggest sports fan, but she's heard me on the air ranting and raving, and all I see is this pretty face smiling at me and laughing at me. So she's probably going to put on a headset when I get going with my rant so she can focus on what she does. But she has been, she's, my beloved Dr. K, who has been a godsend to me. And that's about all I'll say right now. I got more on the docket. Can we get to the rants now? Because I got some shit to say.
I have something important to mention to everybody, just to let everybody know what's been going on or why we stopped doing the shows for a certain amount of time.
Okay.
I was getting into a dry spell where I wasn't getting any sleep, and I was having like multiple writing jobs at different websites at a certain time. And unfortunately, even for myself, there's not enough hours in the day to do some of the stuff that we all would love to do along the way. And sometimes real life gets in the way. Hey, I'm still a young buck. I'm still doing this stuff. I'm not stopping for anybody right now. I'm turning 25 this year, and I'm having the time of my life doing this. We're about to celebrate the 150th episode of the Hoots podcast after WrestleMania this year.
Nice.
Today is my 6th year of being a broadcaster.
You're the man.
Wait a minute. You're turning 25. You're turning 25 in May. You're getting old, dude.
He is old.
I know. I appreciate it. So for those who are wondering, I've been working at my uncle's tattoo shop in Chicago. I'm actually an assistant manager at the tattoo shop. I run the shop by myself at nights on Mondays and Tuesdays, cleaning the tubes, doing paperwork, watching over the shop, dealing with morons who think they could get $15 tattoos because Donald Trump is our fucking president, which makes no fucking sense. So that's what I've been up to these past year and a half or so. So I just want to get that out of the way. But let's get to the rants right now. All right, let's do this.
Been a year and a half? Has it
Come
been
on,
that
Jabro.
long?
Come on, Jabro. Bring the rants. Just bring it.
All right, I'm gonna let you guys pick. Which one should I go off on first? Cubs or Bears?
Cubs.
Bears.
Cubs.
Okay, two out of one. 2-1. They win. Talk Cubs.
Okay. So
go with the Cubs.
Yeah, 2 out of 1.
All right, since we're all in like free agency mode right now as sports fans, and we're all coming off the heels of Bryce Harper being a moron and deciding to go to the Phillies, and Manny Machado decided that he wants to just relax and have some nice weather in San Diego. I've had to deal with Cub fans who pretend to be
because we know neither team, the Phillies nor the Padres, are going to do anything, even though they got 2 big free agents off the market.
Yeah,
not this year.
I forgot. Somebody told me that Fernando Tatis Jr. is the next Derek Jeter. I guess I don't know.
Who the heck told that lie?
I don't know. Listen to talk radio here in the city. They'll tell you everything you need to know. Unfortunately. All right. Anyways, so I have had the unfortunate pleasure to having to listen to Cub fans who pretend to be on-air hosts on both stations.
Wannabes.
Basically be the authority on this whole thing with Manny Machado not going to the White Sox. Yes, I'm a White Sox fan. Get over it. I'm going to be a Sox fan to the day I die. So to hear guys like Cap and all the cast of characters, if you live in the city of Chicago and you listen to Chicago Sports Talk Radio, you know who are the Cub fans. 60% of it is on ESPN 1000 and 80% of it is on the Score. 80%
and
Cub fans are on the Score.
This, Josh, we haven't done this in a year and a half, so this, let me get the volume right here. This
Okay.
is for you and everybody else.
That is black. That is blasphemous. How dare you say such a
I'm gonna try to do this in a
If
random.
y'all only knew how long it took me to find that sound again after I had to change computers last year.
All right, guys, I think you're gonna agree with me with this, and I'm gonna use the Stephen A. Smith line with this. I think as us as Chicago sports fans have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray,
Mhm.
and run amok
Yep.
when it comes to how teams should be running their teams. So the last 4 years, all the talk shows have told you, hey, well, you need to build through the draft. You need to have the Theo Epstein blueprint. You need to follow the Theo plan because he has all the answers to help your franchise. Ever since the Cubs won the World Series, every sports talk radio show has told you that the White Sox had to rebuild, the Bulls had to rebuild, the Bears had to rebuild, and now they want the Blackhawks to rebuild. So follow me as I go with this, okay? So here's the thing. They want everybody to tank, right? They want all these teams to tank and not spend a lot of money in free agency and build their teams through the draft. So we come to free agency. The White Sox have one of the best farm systems in Major League Baseball, right? We keep hearing about all these guys coming out soon, and the Sox are going to be a pretty good team this season, and the future's looking bright for the team. But so the narrative was that unless the White Sox signed Manny Machado, their offseason was a failure, and I think that's grade A, homogenized, Holstein, Wrigley Field bullshit.
You're on a roll today, Glory Hump.
That is bullshit. So the last 4 years, you told me, oh, don't spend crazy money that's going to cripple your franchise 5 years later. But, because Manny Machado says he wants to get it fucking tan in San Diego, that means Rick Hahn and Kenny Williams failed the offseason. That's ridiculous. And why are Cubs fans the authority on White Sox decisions?
They're not.
One fucking World Series. Big fucking deal. Congratulations. It took a century to win a title. God damn.
You know, Josh, I have the sound for you, and it took me a while to get this back. To all the Cub fans that think they're the authority on how to build a championship team, I have this for you.
Play it.
It's frustrating, man.
And also to all Cub fans and Frank, I know you're I know you're a Cub fan, but I have to say it.
No, go ahead.
stay off the weed?
I miss these sound bites. I really do. Hey, listen. I'm an exception. You want to know why? Because you don't see me in the general manager's office, do you?
Truth.
Case closed.
Oh, wait a minute, Josh. I got a bonus for you.
All right.
There was a sound clip that you directed me to a little while back. I took a piece from it, and it goes like this.
What the time? That's funny. What laughing
All right, so that's my Cubs rant. Like, I don't understand why Cub fans on there think they're the authority on where the White Sox are right now. Oh, did I forget that your owner told your fan base that they didn't have enough money to go get Bryce Harper this season? So it was only the White Sox who didn't want to spend the money this offseason, right? Hey, the Cubs are the new Yankees of baseball now, supposedly. Get the fuck out of here.
Glory Hump, the Cubs don't have money to get anybody.
Dude, why the hell are they building a freaking hotel across the street?
Let me back that up, Josh. Let me back you up with this partial rant, okay? I was on a show yesterday where the host was a Cub fan, which kind of made me cringe first and foremost. And second of all, he threw this cup talk down my throat. All right.
All right.
He said, and I quote his question when he said, "What do my Cubs need to do to get back on top?"
Yeah, my Cubs.
I didn't put the expletive I'm going to put in this sentence, but my immediate thought when he asked the question was, score some goddamn runs.
Yes.
When they count. In the last 2 games that the Cubs played, they scored a total of 2 runs in 22 innings. 2.
Yeah. By the way,
2 runs.
Yeah, against the Rockies, by the way, at home. By the way, I still wonder how Cub fans feel about that Jason Hayward contract. But I'll leave it.
I have an answer to that. I have an answer to that, and it goes like this.
All right, I got one more rant. Let's get to the Bears real quick because I want to hear you guys rants real quick.
I want to hear the Bears one.
Right.
So this one's actually a positive one, and it's kind of I told you so type of thing. By the way, second year in a row, Pick'em League champion. Thank you, Walmart Boy, for doing what you do, losing the crunch time. So thank you very much.
That's just like Walmart Boy, isn't it?
Cost Colors Boy. How about that one?
That's kind of like Tom Brady and crunch time, but I won't go there.
Hey, you know what?
Man.
I'll go one step on James and crunch time, but I'll save that for later.
Listen, give the Patriots their due. They won another Super Bowl, but now they got But now wait. Now they got their owner that. Well, we know the rest.
You know what? I'm gonna say this, is Snowman. You're gonna agree with this. The Patriots escaped this football season. This football team were gonna whoop their ass if it wasn't for 2 special team touchdowns in week 7. And of course, our kicker has a double doink in the first round of the playoffs. I'm telling you right now, the Bears would have slaughtered the Patriots this year in the Super Bowl. And that's a fucking fact. And think about this. Mitch Trubisky almost took the Patriots in overtime in a Hail Mary in a game that Khalil Mack wasn't even 100% healthy. Think about that.
1 yard short against the Patriots on a Hail Mary. Had they scored, they'd have won that game. They'd have raced through the rest of the season, and they'd have saw the Patriots in Atlanta. Period.
Fact. And think about this. Mitch was making running around like Mike Vick all over that defense in that game.
And the Patriots defense this coming season's about to get worse. But Josh, I'll let you continue because I want to go next and I want to focus in on a couple of things.
So, we've been in this rebuild, and you have people tell you, "Oh, the Bears are not going anywhere. Oh, they should have drafted Deshaun Watson." By the way, this is my opinion, and this has nothing to do with any extra particulars here. But I'm not a Deshaun Watson guy. I mean, there's only so much you can do in college that's going to take you to the NFL. I'm not impressed. I'm sorry. DeAndre Hopkins bailing you out every single game doesn't make you a good quarterback. I'm sorry. I'd rather have Mitch Trubisky than Deshaun Watson. I'm sorry. People say, "Oh, they have Matt Nagy bail Mitch out." DeAndre Hopkins bails Deshaun Watson out every single game he plays in. Period. So my thing with the Bears is, you have people tell you, "Oh, they're not going to do anything." Oh, Green Bay and Minnesota are going to be the dominant team in the division. Oh my God, they gave Kirk Cousins $84 million. Oh my God, the Packers are going to be unstoppable because they missed the playoffs last year.
Playoffs?
As people looked at the Packers roster, just because you missed the playoffs doesn't mean you're going to be a dangerous football team. That's the most retarded thing I've heard in the last 5 years. Oh, Aaron Rodgers missed the playoffs, so he's going to be pissed. Awesome. I would hope he'd be pissed.
Don't get me started on Aaron Rodgers. Hey, boy, don't get me started on that guy. Aaron Rodgers, I hate to say this, is a problem now with the Green Bay Packers.
There's two teams that escaped the Bears this year. The Green Bay Packers in week 1, and we all talked about it week 1, and the Patriots. Both of them.
And the Patriots.
Here's the thing.
They both.
You know what? Let's make it 3. And Browning, I'm sorry for this because you know it's true. The Eagles escaped. The Eagles escaped Soldier Field. Period. I don't want to hear it. So the Bears season, they finished up 12-4, won their first division title since 2010, and had the best defense in the NFL this past season. Matt Nagy wins Coach of the Year, and by the way, congrats to Vic Fangio getting to be the head coach of the Broncos. By the way, I don't know what the hell John Elway's doing. I'm not a Joe Flacco guy, and if you think that's the answer for your quarterback situation right now, I don't know what to say. But my point is, the Bears are gonna run this division for the next decade. That's my rant going to be about. Kirk Cousins ain't gonna get the job done, and Aaron Rodgers is getting older
and becoming a problem. Remember that.
And anybody thinks that Matt Patricia is going to be a winning head coach, you're out of your fucking mind.
Can I go next, please?
Man.
I want to back that up. The Bears have snatched the Central Division away from the Fudge Packers. The Lions aren't going to do anything because Matt Stafford's their quarterback and Matt Patricia's their head coach. The Vikings overpaid Kirk Cousins and Paul Allen is losing his mind. And Lord knows the Green Bay Packers with the diva called Aaron Rodgers is going to have internal strife for the next 10 years. It's going to take Rodgers retiring and Matt Stafford retiring for them to even think about becoming competitive again. That's a part of my rant. The other part of my rant, and Browning, you're going to be upset with me, says the following. Sarah is dead. Dead. It should have been dead 4 years ago, but the NBA games and the Cleveland Cadavers a fucking stimulus package. A stimulus package that they're still living, that LeBron James is still living on because he decided to open his fucking mouth after game 4 when he got his ass kicked by Draymond Green in the post several times for the Warriors instead of 3 out of 4. My other point is this: the NBA, and y'all are gonna love my next sentence.
No, we won't.
I didn't want to admit this as much as I cover the NBA on my show, but I'm going to go ahead and admit it. Since Michael Jordan retired in 2003, officially for the final time, the NBA has gone to shit.
Correct.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I don't watch the
NBA
anymore.
Listen, after MJ retired in 1998, it went to shit. Why, you ask? Because the king was no longer on his throne. He chose to walk away. All right? And Michael, I love you, but you should have stayed away. And tried to play for a few years. He saw how the NBA was. The Sacramento Kings got screwed in 2002. The Warriors get screwed 14 years later. And the NBA is in the process of trying to break the Warriors up when they don't want to break up. I can't watch anymore. All I watch are highlights and make my judgments from that. And 3/4 of them, tend to be right. And people just don't want to admit it to me. They don't want to say it to my face because they have no balls, Dale Yates Jr. They have no nerve, Alvin Washington Jr. And they have no gumption, Jody Dials, you crooked bitch, to tell me to my face. Huh?
Is she a junior too? Might as well.
She looks like one. Fuck, she looks like one. Hell, she looks like a sticky-haired... Okay, who's the ugliest motherfucker I can think of that's playing sports right now? Let me think. Josh, I need a hand with it. You know what? She's a sticky-haired version of LeBron James.
Sasa Pachulia?
No, Pachulia's hair actually works for him.
Andrew Bogut.
Okay. I got one. You ready for this? She's a sticky-haired version of J.R. Smith.
Oh.
Oh my God, that's
But I'm sick and tired. But I'm sick and tired of people telling me my opinion doesn't matter. Hey, I'm on the air 5 days a week expressing mine. You want to say something to me? Say something to me. But these crooked motherfuckers, one named Adam Silver, one named David Stern, and we all know Adam Silver's a goddamn puppet being run under the dark hand of David Stern. David Stern's still calling the shots. David Stern is still calling the shots. And no one wants to see it, no one wants to admit it, no one wants to say the NBA has gone to shit. The All-Star game this past year prove it. The All-Thousand since 2002 has gone to shit. Since ESPN took over the NBA contract, the presentation has gotten worse.
correct.
The one and done rule has fucked up the NBA for a lifetime, even though they're trying to get rid of it. It should never have been in play in the first goddamn place. And then on top of all that, you have the NBA trying to break up a team because they play like a team. They did it to the Bulls, they did it to the Spurs, and now they're trying to do it to the Golden State Warriors. I'm not going to watch anymore. I'm just going to look at some highlights and make my judgments from there. But as far as the NBA is concerned, y'all can kiss my fat ass. I'm done.
It's flat out embarrassing to watch, even as a Bulls fan. Like I'm excited for some of the young guys we have on the team. Like people can have their own opinion if they want about Jim Boylan. I really don't care at the end of the day.
He's trying. I'll say this.
Yeah.
Say this. Jim Boylan is trying with what he has.
Correct.
Jim Boylan was dealt a rotten hand. Jim Boylan was dealt a fucked up, rotten hand.
And you know what, Snowman, he's doing the best he can. He just doesn't have the talent.
I agree with you, Snowman, man. It's hard to watch, man. And the fact that these Nimrods have agreed to this this assumption that tanking is a good thing because supposedly Zion Williamson is the next Patrick Ewing or whatever. Is bullshit.
We'll see.
Let me go a little further with this NBA thing. The NBA has been cheating since 1985. Does the 85 draft mean anything to y'all?
The Knicks, right?
Okay. Yeah. The frozen envelope. The frozen envelope. All right. That told me right there that some chicanery was going on, but they'll never admit it. I'm seeing something funny. Excuse me. But they'll never admit, the bullshit that's been going on since '85. Now, granted, I love the hell out of Patrick Ewing, but you have to wonder where the NBA will be if he didn't land in New York in 1985. Yeah. And of course, there's the screw job of 2002 with the Sacramento Kings getting screwed out of game 4 and 6 in the Western Conference Finals because David Stern said himself in an interview, "Who would you like to see in the finals?" What was his response? Lakers versus Lakers. He got the Lakers and the Nets, and those ratings went down. Those ratings went down the fucking toilet. Okay, I can't watch anymore. I cannot watch anymore. The closest thing I've come to watching a game on ABC was when Brad Nessler was the voice for the first 3 years. Then Al Michaels took over. I couldn't listen to him. I couldn't. They screwed Brad Nessler out of that seat. And of course, you got Mike Breen right now, who is the current national NBA voice, if you want to call it the national NBA voice, because every time you see a scoreboard on ABC, there are those 4 evil goddamn letters in front of it, and I'm tired of it.
By the way, Snowman, I never heard somebody kiss more ass than Mike Breen has towards LeBron James. That dude kisses his ass every game he calls them. Let me say this really quick. People want to rip Michael Jordan for being a bad executive. Why don't people say anything about Magic Johnson? Because it's not Luke Walton's fault the Lakers suck. It's Magic Johnson's fault and LeBron's fault.
It is Magic Johnson's fault and LeBron's fault. Okay? But they won't say it the way I said and have said it for the past 2 weeks. Magic needs to take the blame. LeBron needs to take the rest of it. LeBron tried to throw his teammates under the goddamn bus to try to get Anthony Davis, which didn't work. So you know what's going to happen during the offseason. Anthony Davis is going to heal. He's going to get better. He's going to work on his game. And then he's going to receive a call from Steve Kerr. Guaranteed it. And a lot of people think, it's a bad thing what the Warriors are doing right now. The Warriors are doing exactly the best to play the title with the best players that they have. Period. You want to call Kevin Durant a snake? Fuck you. Kevin Durant made the best decision. He wanted to win, and he got away from a shitty player in Russell Westbrook. Okay? DeMarcus Cousins didn't receive an offer from any other executive in the NBA, so he called Golden State, and they said, "Hell yeah, we'll take you aboard." Now I'm willing to bet you that if Cousins does go, if Cousins does leave, and money seems to dictate that, Kawhi Leonard will get a call, Anthony Davis will get a call, and a couple of other players call. Why, you ask? They're about to kick open the doors to the Chase Center. They're going to make sure Kevin Durant is paid. They're going to make sure Klay Thompson is paid. The only expendable player in that core is Draymond Green. And I'm willing to bet you they're going to find a way to pay him. It's $1 billion building that's opening in San Francisco, and they're going to bring in 3 times as much because the Warriors are playing team ball. They're the world champions, and it's going to stay that way until a team decides to grow a set of nuts and beat them. Period.
Right. Period.
Nice.
Drop the mic. Frank, you're up.
Yeah, you know what? Now that you think about it, for all this NBA talk, I guess I'll make that my opening rant. And you know what? Wasn't there so much discussion about LeBron James and him surpassing Michael Jordan?
1 second, real quick. 1 second. Browning, do you have a TV on in the background?
Yeah.
Can you lower that?
Wait, what are you watching anyway?
Bar Rescue.
Yeah, it's cutting into the show, Browning. I don't want to get any copyright strikes. Can you lower that, please?
Yeah, dude, we don't want to get sued and have to pay up, and we go out of business.
You know what?
Is that better?
I'd rather listen to Bar Rescue than whatever Walmart boy decides to watch in the background.
Fever pitch for the 90th millionth time. Go ahead, Frank. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. You know what? I guess I'll make my opening rant about the NBA as well. You know what? Last week there was just so much discussion about, LeBron James is going to surpass Michael Jordan in points scored. Oh my goodness, LeBron James this, LeBron James that. Listen. In basketball, people don't know statistics. I don't even know Michael Jordan's final point total. People know Hank Aaron's home run total of 755. Baseball people know statistics. They know Joe DiMaggio's 56-game hitting streak. They know just about most records imaginable. So you know what? I say this. Let LeBron James have his moment in the sun, because I got a number for you. 6-3. 6 NBA championships to 3 NBA championships. That's, if you look at it, what is success? Let me ask you this. In the NBA, as an individual superstar, the elite of the elite.
Correct.
What is it based on? Is it based on statistics, or is it based on the rings?
If you think about it, most of his stats are from and one shots and dunks.
I don't care about the stats. I don't know. Guys, I don't even know when Michael
How about
Jordan
the eye test? How about that?
How about
the eye test?
All right, I'll give you the eye test.
You know what?
I live. Guys.
Listen.
Go ahead.
I got something for you, Frank.
What?
I do a segment 3 times a week on my show with one of my sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? We pick a game, break it down, and then we make the call of who's going to win. And we base it on the odds. Yesterday we decided, let's go with the big game, Golden State at Houston. I said go with Golden State and take the points. My friend who came on the line said he has to go with Houston at home, who was favored by 3.5. I texted him this morning and said, "How about those dubs?" I told you, take the dubs on the road. Take the champs on the road.
Well, listen. I'll say this. What made you guys are talking about the NBA from when Michael Jordan was playing. I'm not just going to single out Michael Jordan here, because you had great superstars of that era. You had the Bulls and the Bad Boy Pistons. You had Michael Jordan against Dominique Wilkins. And when the Bulls played the Atlanta Hawks, let me tell you, that was must-see TV because of those two guys.
Yeah,
it was like, and you know what? Snowman and I lived it. Having watched those games.
I lived it towards the end of Jordan's era with the Bulls.
Listen,
that's why I started watching basketball.
Oh, and another
Jim Durham and Johnny Kerr every time.
Hey, Snowman, let me ask you this, because you and I have lived through this era. Don't you get the sense, and this is also the case for the NHL too, because you got NBA and NHL teams sharing arenas. It's nothing more than a corporate gathering. You used to have such great arenas.
That's all it is.
You and I used to go to Chicago Stadium. I remember that. I remember.
Mm-hmm.
You and I at Chicago. Hey, I had to get that in for you, Glory Hump. You had Chicago Stadium. I used to go there with my dad to see Blackhawk games. I did see 2 Bulls games during the championship years. But you had Boston Garden. You had the old Forum in Los Angeles. You had the Spectrum
in Philadelphia.
Okay, but Snowman, wasn't that great home field or home ice, home court advantages?
That was what sports was all about.
Yes,
all the old places.
No, it's corporate.
The Omni in Atlanta, Chicago Stadium, the Boston Garden, the Spectrum in Philadelphia, the Fabulous Forum in Los Angeles, fuck the Great Western Forum, the Fabulous Forum in Los Angeles, the old Arco Arena in Sacramento, okay? Want to go there? The Veterans Coliseum in Phoenix, Arizona, the Madhouse on McDowell, all those old, the Salt Palace in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Yeah, don't forget that.
All those old arenas, all those old arenas that are now deemed obsolete and most have been destroyed.
Oh, geez.
All those old arenas, all the new arenas tried to take a piece from the old places, and all they've done was take money and memories, okay? And to this day, I cannot and will not ever stand the Oklahoma City Thunder, because once upon a time, that team was the Seattle Supersonics.
Mm-hmm.
And the Sonics, I am just resigned to the fact that the Supersonics will never return as long as Adam Silver is the commissioner. They've had proposal upon proposal upon proposal to rebuild the Seattle Supersonics. Okay? I hate the NBA right now. I hate the Oklahoma City Thunder. I don't care how great Russell Westbrook is, and I think he's a piece of shit on the floor. I think Russell Westbrook blows chunks. I think LeBron James blows chunks. I've never shied away from saying either of those facts. Paul George for MVP, get the hell out of my face with that bullshit. The 3 MVP candidates this year all play on the same team, and none of them will get a sniff of the NBA vote, because the NBA is obsessed with 2 things: stats and stars. You got 3 of them on the same team. They play team basketball, and they'll never see the MVP again.
By the way, before we move on to NFL free agency, can I just ask, what in the blue hell is a Vivid MB Bank Stadium or a First Forum in Milwaukee? What the fuck is up with these arena names, man?
No, I can tell you.
Oh, no.
The Little Caesars Arena? Really, bro? The Little Caesars Arena? Come on.
Yeah, boy.
Going up. Let me tell you this. I have been to Blackhawk games more in the United Center than Bulls games. Let me tell you this. But over the last 10 years, it's almost as if I get a sense that the bathrooms in the United Center for Blackhawk games should have butlers with tuxedos,
right?
And saying, "Oh, by the way, may I stretch you? Here's a stretcher. Oh, and by the way, may I pour you some Grey Poupon, please?"
Hey, Judy, you gonna go to the State Farm Arena in Atlanta? Hi, Judy.
Hey, well, going up. I hate to say this because Snowman and I were just discussing it, but it's all corporate.
It is corporate. It's bullshit. That's what it is. It's corporate bullshit.
Corporate.
And have y'all noticed, since we're talking about stadiums, old and new, have you noticed that with the advent of all the new stadiums that are popping up in the 4 major sports, the ticket prices have gone through the roof? And it's not even all about the fan experience anymore. It's about the money experience. Remember, whoever has the most money can sit down below. And if you even have a sliver of what the high class people will make, you get to sit in the 300 section. I think it's bullshit and it needs to change.
All right, boys, let's talk about NFL free agency. The league year started yesterday. Yes, unfortunately.
Glad I get to mine, but that's all right.
Happy New Year to the NFL.
I'm going to read off the name of some of these talents that are going to different places. Since we are back doing the show each week, it's going to be on Thursdays, 11 to 1 p.m.
Hey, Browning, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Turn this shit off. By the way, I gotta say something about Philadelphia. I forgot to mention this in my Bears rant. Screw whatever television network that decided to put upright on their freaking TV tower. I hate Philadelphia. Philly is trash. Hashtag Philly is trash.
Okay, Philly is trash.
All right, so we are back here doing the shows every Thursday, 11 to 1 p.m. on the East Coast, 10 to noon here in the Central. If you live anywhere else, figure it out for yourself.
Yeah, really.
Anyways,
I miss hearing that.
Hey, you know what?
I miss hearing
I had
that.
to change the clocks last Saturday, which I did.
hey, Snowman, don't worry. I'm going to say it again once the Walmart boy comes in.
No boy. And then?
Excuse me, bitch.
Oh dear God, is he here?
Nope, not yet. He said he's coming, though.
Oh, no, God.
That's like how everybody feels once the
Jesus.
Grinch starts making his way
God.
towards here. Go ahead.
Hey, John, this is for you.
Ah, yes.
I gotta tell you, my favorite version of this song is the Chicago Symphony Orchestra from 1985. Hey, look what I got on.
By the way, this pillow is for my back. Okay, for those who are wondering.
I hadn't played that in a while.
One thing is remain consistent. Wrigleyville is still a fucking swamp.
Hey, Glory Hump. Have you ever heard the Chicago Sympathy Orchestra's version?
Yes.
They played it right before Super Bowl 20.
Listen,
It's really
I
good.
got one for Walmart boy. He seems to think he's this big Boston fan. I'm gonna make all y'all laugh because there's one version of Walmart boys haven't found until now.
Hey, Glory Hump, I gotta tell you. Glory Hump, I gotta tell you something. Glory Hump, I gotta tell you
Let's
something.
hear this
Here you
first.
go, guys.
And then?
I missed you guys. Oh, God.
I didn't miss Glory Hump. I didn't really miss you that much.
Oh.
I'm Kirk Cousin. I still suck. Stefan Diggs is the diva.
Hey, Glory Hump, I gotta tell you something. You've met my dad.
I'll be back, y'all.
Yes, I have.
Okay. You know how my dad is when it comes to sports. The Chicago.
Yep.
I gotta tell you this, and I'm not making this up. After the Bears lost to the Eagles in the wild card, he couldn't sleep that night.
Neither could I.
My dad could, dude.
But I gotta ask you this, Rick.
Sleep.
I gotta ask you before the whole Cody Parkey kick, how excited he was with like the Mitch throws in the fourth quarter and stuff, like going down the field. You know, before
he looked great. He looked great. Glory Hump, let me say this. The reason why the Chicago Bears are now a Super Bowl contender, there are many reasons why. One reason is because at long last, they got a quarterback that has talent and a quarterback that cares. Honestly, the Bears have not had a quarter. The Bears might have had. Okay, I'll say this. I think Cutler in years gone by had talent. I just don't think he applied himself. Now you got a quarterback that has the talent, but also cares to learn. And Glory Hump, Atlanta's in the past now. Okay,
right?
Kudos to the Patriots. They won another Super Bowl. I can't see why the Bears can't be in Miami next year. I think they're going to be in Miami. The Bears should be. I mean, they should be in Miami.
Oh, because we're playing the AFC West this year, we gotta be scared. Dude, Patrick Mahomes lost to Chase Daniel in a preseason game.
Oh, Glory Help!
Come on,
Glory Help! You do know the Bears are going to open up, in all probability, the NFL season.
Yeah, it is the 100th year of the Chicago Bears. They are the charter franchise of the NFL.
Packers at Bears, Soldier Field. The first NFL game of the season.
Yeah, and they're going to put a foot up Aaron Rodgers' ass. By the way, Packer fans are so annoying on Twitter. Oh, Ryan Pace is a bad GM. Who's your big free agency signings over the last years? Martellus Bennett and Jimmy Graham? Give me a freaking break, man.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Yeah, Sally, how you doing, Judy?
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. Glory, hold on. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, Sally. You wouldn't believe it. My kids were causing me to have an ulcer. And you know what? They've been causing me not only to have holes in my, they're causing me to have holes in my bank account. Pretty soon I'll be poor and have to live on government cheese.
Oh my God! I went down on this girl's clit at a PTW show. It was so good. All right.
Hey, you know what? I should ask Brownie this. In the years since we've not done shows, how many times has the PTW World Championship changed?
Twice right now. It's Ricky Carbo's the champion right now.
Who's the heel again from PTW? I forgot his name. The guy that used to piss you off so much.
Donnie Green.
Oh, this is Donnie Green. What happened to Donnie Green? What happened to Donnie Green?
I think he's retired, but he's still around.
Mm-hmm. That troublemaker. Are you still trying to pick fight with wrestlers at the ringside area?
Sometimes, but I don't go over the ropes and stuff. So
smart choice.
Yeah, you better be careful, dude. Trust me.
Do not do it.
I've known people that used to go to ECW events, and they actually told me that some of the crowd at these ECW events, I'm talking about 20, 25 years ago, would actually hit the wrestlers. They would actually sucker punch them from behind, dude.
This is for Snowman. Oh my God, I saw this hot chick at PTW. She had the biggest clit I ever seen in my life.
And then
say what?
There's that laugh. There you go.
Gosh, I hate modern technology.
Oh, Snowman.
I love Josh, but I hate you for that statement right now.
You could go for some right now, actually. So don't give me that bullshit.
I got one for you in return.
Okay.
Remember that damn puma we saw the one day when we went to the salon?
Yes. The worst mascot I've seen in my entire life.
The most god-awful mascot I have seen in 23 years of broadcasting, okay? Just a moment.
You want to know some bullshit? Let's read some of these contracts for some of these NFL free agents, shall we?
Bring it, girl. Bring it.
Yes, I'm going to go really quick with this.
Sure.
We'll get you guys' reaction after go through like 20 of these guys really quick, all right?
20?
Or okay, 10. Calm down. 100 tits. All right. Le'Veon Bell, after dropping a shitty mixtape at midnight, decided to go to the New York Jets.
They're freaking Jets.
4 years, $52.5 million. Unfortunately, Bell decided he wanted to be part of a rebuilding team instead of coming here for a championship contender. Earl Thomas is making his way to the Baltimore Ravens. Also, Mark Ingram will be joining him along that way. Lamar Jackson needs to learn how to throw a football if he wants to be considered as a top quarterback going forward.
That would help. His
performance in the playoffs was absolutely embarrassing against the Chargers. That was ridiculous. Yeah, it's crazy. Terrell Suggs is now in Arizona. Who's pretty something? Is there a fax coming in? What the hell's going on here?
I don't know. What is?
Frank, are you printing something out?
Yes. Hey, I gotta work tomorrow. I got 2 games.
It's okay. I understand. Yeah, it's crazy. The Ravens are getting rid of all their main guys now. Darius Smith is with the Packers.
Nice.
CJ Mosley went to the Jets for a big contract. Oh, no. All right, let's do the introduction. All right, boys, here we go. We got a rat bastard of rat bastards. When you look up the word rat bastard, you see a picture of this man. Here he is, the Walmart boy, Sean Man.
Sean, can you act like somebody at your age, dude? Really?
Yeah.
Hey, well, you talk about 18. Look at right there. You see, there's that hat. And I celebrated last year.
Did you just say you're
18?
You're 18 years old.
Hey, Browning, zip your lips.
What? Hey, Brownie, should we just say what every time Sean says a word?
Do me a favor. Sean, do me a favor. Please take that hat off and never show it again. I just ate my lunch.
The face inflated.
So
Yeah, I was wanted on October 28th at Dodger Stadium. I was up all night dancing and drinking some champagne and lighting up a cigar.
Hey, Walmart boy, I got something for you, okay?
Walmart boy actually
no, not this.
All right, one second. You got good timing to come in here because we're actually 10 minutes away from the Skippy Bayless Bash Shower. And secondly, I'm going to say this really quick. You are listening to the Sports Drive here every single Thursdays, 11 to 1 p.m. on the East Coast, 10 to noon here in the Central. If you live anywhere else, figure it out for yourself.
Hey, that would be a beautiful, nice 8 a.m. or 8:30 a.m. out here in the land of potatoes with Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
No comment.
What do you
Where the
mean?
hell is Idaho?
I mean, why don't you just remember? I told you, gentlemen, a long time ago. There's all kinds of goddamn good stuff to do out here in the land of potatoes. I mean, Idaho's got everything.
They got good waterfall out there, or they got sloppy waterfall. That's what I want.
I go to the lake. I go swimming at the lake.
No, that's not the waterfall I'm talking about.
Should I give an update, Josh? I mean, it's your show.
No, not today. We'll do it next week.
Do we need to give updates? People have their phones anyway. We don't need to give updates.
It's kind of like that dude Daniel Greenberg who does the Chicago media updates on Twitter. Dude, I can find that information for myself. I don't need a box score from the Bulls game. I'm watching it. I know what the score is. I don't need you to fucking tweet it. God damn.
Well, I mean, I know Snowman needs to be informed out there. I mean, since Snowman, I mean, he needs to be informed one way or another.
Hey, Sean, I got a question for you.
What?
Sean, I got a question for you. How do you feel about the Detroit Lions ripping off the New England Patriots in free agency?
I got to tell you, to be honest, getting screwed was the horrible thing. But, I'm happy as a Patriot fan that we're still the defending Super Bowl champion. Man. You can sit there, Browning, and you can shake your head because your Philadelphia Eagles got away with one lucky little Super Bowl against us.
Lucky.
Exactly.
Hey, Sean. I'm going to play one of your favorite songs.
Oh.
I'm going to play one of your favorite songs.
Oh, this ought to be fun. One of my favorite segments. Okay.
I'm going to play one of your favorite sounds, and it sounds like this.
Stay off the weed.
That's the second time we've heard that soundbite.
All right, let's keep going with the free agency thing really quick. Don't say anything, guys. I want to get this over with really quick. All right. Anthony Barr did a 180 on two of Sean's teams, actually, the Vikings and the Jets. Originally, he was supposed to go to the Jets, and then decided to go back to the Vikings.
Jeez, dude.
Like I said, calm down.
I'm not a Detroit fan. What is this?
Oh, God.
Jeez. I want to go get a Joe Namath jersey. Yeah, get Joe Willie Namath.
Brownie, I feel bad for us.
Tevin Coleman is making his way to the Bay Area. He'll be joining the 69ers on a 2-year, $10 million contract. Tyrann Matthews making his way to Kansas City. Probably get some good ribs down there. The Chiefs need like 10 defensive players if they want to make the Super Bowl next year. Let's just say that. By the way, I think we're gonna have the Andy Reid Bowl. You're hearing it right here, right now. On March 14, 2019, the Super Bowl will be the Andy Reid Bowl. Chiefs versus Bears. God damn it!
Hey, Cool, we should go down for there.
You know what?
What was that?
I won't spend my time watching it.
What the hell is wrong with you? Not on the Bears side, but the Chiefs side. What in the Vita blue, yellow-bellied, red-blooded hell is wrong with you?
I like that.
Anybody but the Patriots. And it sure as hell ain't going to be the Oakland Raiders. I'm sorry, Adam, brother. I know you're my co-host, but the Raiders are not making it this year.
Okay, you know what? This is the only time I will oppose Josh. I'm not picking the Chiefs to win the AFC. I'm picking the most dangerous team before they got eliminated, and that team is the Colts.
All right.
But
we're gonna have a rematch of Super Bowl 41, and the right team is gonna win this time.
I still am sold on the Chiefs.
I'll trust the Colts before I trust Tom Brady's cheating ass.
Oh, is somebody upset because the Patriots won the Super Bowl?
Dear Lord, Sean, my goodness. God.
By the way, I want to send some good thoughts to Adrian Amos for during his time with the Bears. You know, he was a late round draft pick, but he decided to take a contract with the Packers. But I thought Adrian was a good player. I thought he was kind of underappreciated. And by the way, why is everybody in city Chicago trying to run Jordan Howard out of the city?
I'm not. What are you talking about? I'm not.
I don't know.
So, man, can you answer that for me?
I don't want to answer that because my honesty will get me in trouble.
No, it won't.
I bet. That would be bad if your honesty got you in trouble.
It goes like this. You know what? We're out of town because most supposed Chicago football has real talent. Excuse me, 1 minute.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I thought it was kind of silly that that Bears fans actually really wanted to sign that moron Kareem Hunt. Oh, let's sign a guy who's not even going to play 6 games because of domestic violence. What a bunch of jackasses. Seriously. we had a little rant about the NBA earlier, Sean. You missed it. It's unwashable at this point. It's bad. I can't watch it.
Dude, I don't watch it
As a
either.
Celtic
I don't watch it either.
As a Celtic fan, I can't really watch it either because I think the NBA is an absolute joke and it's not as big as it used to be.
Of course.
But I am going to say this, gentlemen. I am so happy. Sorry, Browning, you that LeBron James is not going to the NBA playoffs. Look at that guy. Everybody thinks he's the best. He's not. Because everybody kisses his butt. And LeBron says that he still thinks he's a better player than Michael Jordan. And I debate with people at work about this, and I'm like, I said, check the facts. Jordan's 6, LeBron is 3 and 6. I rest my case.
And it should have been 2 and 5. Maybe maybe okay.
Or 0 and 9. I mean, he had other players that bailed him out.
How about that alternative? That'd be awesome. 0 and 9.
Hey, even with LeBron,
hey, Frank, can you do the countdown for me?
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I forgot. Dude, we've been gone so long. How do we do the count? Oh, wait, yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah, we're okay. We're coming up on 30, a little under 30 seconds, dude. 25. I'll give you the countdown. Listen, I'll give you the countdown when we get to 10.
Okay.
Okay.
Something special is about to go down right now.
15 seconds.
And I'm ready.
Hold on. 10, what? 9,
Dad?
what? 8,
Dad?
what? 7,
Shut up!
6,
Dad?
5, what? 4, what? 3, what? 2, what?
And then-
1, 0. Glory hump.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Not only is it the return. Oh,
Bayless.
I forgot you had
I
to
went too
go,
fast.
man. Play. I'm sorry.
Wait a minute. I thought this is the herd. Wait a minute. This is the herd, dude. You messed that up.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
it's
our
our first
first show
episode
back.
back. It's okay.
You messed it up,
Our
dude.
first show back in a year and a half, okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour. Brought to you by Cost Cutters at Walmart. Now get yourself a haircut like I did.
What?
Remember?
Sean. Unless Cost Cutters is sponsoring
It is time for the Skippy Bayless Bash. Skippy Bayless talks crap all day long, and now it is our turn. We all know Bayless is a moron, but now
One more time for posterity.
it's time for the Skippy Bayless Bash. Skippy talks all day long, and now it is our turn. We all know Bayless is a moron, but now
Oh man, the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour is presented in part by Game Day Guide, providing sports fans the travel capabilities and ticket essentials to support their favorite team while they play under the pressure of away games. Remember, there is no such thing as an away game with Game Day Guide. Visit them online at game-day-guide.com. And as I always ask when we do the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour, Josh, what's our magic number today?
We got 26 mice today.
26. Is that a record? I forget.
Yep.
Back to this back hour after so long, I can hardly wait to see what this Nimrod has
Dude, I
to
gotta
say.
turn on a light. It's all of a sudden getting dark out here.
By the way,
Hey,
Big
Josh,
Win, this is for you. This is the herd, where you may be and how you may be listening. I'm a jackass on live television and on the radio. Back to you, Patrick.
I love it.
And
Love it, Bluey.
Josh, this one's for you. Josh, this one's for you.
Who in the blue hell are you?
Hey, well, let me ask you.
And I got a new one. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it, Josh.
Was that when Jericho made his WWF debut?
No, it's the Dudley Boys.
No, that was when Booker T made his WWF debut.
Oh, Booker T.
Hey, Browning.
Oh, by the way, congratulations to Harlem Heat. They're going to WWE.
Yeah, the Harlem Heat. Finally.
Yeah.
Hey, Browning, I forgot to ask this since we've been off so long. How's your Kentucky Fried Chicken visit since you live in the bluegrass?
So go ahead, please.
Did you know?
Oh God, I miss you guys.
You
Go
know,
ahead.
Dude, I'm sane.
Listen. I got a few new sounds that I'm gonna bring in, but just to bring a little old school, back. Sean, this one's for you.
Is it a Budweiser?
But I'm not going to talk anymore.
Oh my gosh, I remember
Let's
that.
go.
We're doing live. We're doing
Let's
live.
go, Josh. Let's do it.
Oh man.
All right, here we go. Ready, one more boy?
Oh boy.
Strap in your seatbelts. Strap it down because Chicago White Sox baseball is on the way.
Brought to you by the White Sox, Cubs, and 69ers losing. There's a Skippy Bayless Bash Hour.
Josh,
All right.
I have a joke for you. Hey, Snowman, how did it feel when the Celtics beat the Warriors at Oracle by 34 points?
it's March and not June, you bitch.
All right, I'm sorry, Josh. We got the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour. That is great. I had to get that off my chest.
Hey, boy, come on, bring it. Come on, bring it, Jabroni. Bring the quote.
Let's go, Josh.
Right. This quote will probably be the end of Sean Mann's glasses. All right, here we go. Skippy Bayless said to
Oh, God bless America and Canada.
My New England Patriots delivered the most boring Super Bowls year in and year out.
Well,
I agree.
They do.
That's sentiment I can agree with. Go ahead.
As much as I hate anything that comes out of your goddamn brain, I happen to agree with you. It wasn't a very entertaining Super Bowl, but you know what? I got the last laugh.
How did you get the last laugh? You didn't play.
Well, hey, Sean,
really.
I had a bottle of champagne to celebrate there,
Sean, I
Frank.
got bad news for you. Sean, I got bad news for you. You won't get the last laugh today. Here we go.
You know what?
Go ahead,
I
Sean.
got something on top. I got something on top of that. Everybody that watched the Super Bowl this past year, or what passed as a Super Bowl in Atlanta, said 2 words.
I celebrated Snowman because I was a champion. I had a bottle of champagne and some cookies to
Oh,
celebrate.
man.
Are you
Bitch,
sure?
you haven't
Wait,
been
wait,
a
wait.
champion in 20 years.
Are you sure? Are you sure you didn't celebrate? Are you sure you didn't celebrate in a different, more perverted way?
All right.
Hey, just like you, Snowman, being
do it.
upset when the Patriots beat the Falcons in the Super Bowl. You had an opening rant. You weren't very happy about it.
All right, let's move on. All right, here we go. I'll say this though, it's an act of injustice that we didn't have part 2 of Super Bowl 20 in Atlanta this year. Anyways,
Jeez. I was waiting to hear that.
Skip Bass in mind.
Oh, God bless. Oh, yeah, you get the point.
My Boston Red Sox did a horrible job at free agency.
Whoops.
What the heck are you smoking? Oh my gosh! Oh no! Gosh, what is that?
There he goes.
Bye.
Oh, God! You know something, Skippy? You see that hat right there, Skippy? And you see
No.
that t-shirt I'm wearing? My team
No.
won the World Series because we had the best record in baseball. Keep your yap shut, you stinking little troll, or I'll find you and kick
I got a question for you. Does Jimmy
What?
Fallon give you royalties for how many times you watch Fever Pitch?
Oh, man, what a great movie Fever Pitch is. Hey, I'm Al Waterman. Have a sponge, kid. Have a sponge, young man.
Hey, Glory Hump. Glory Hump. Do you think we could get? Hey, Glory Hump. Do you think we could get Sean and Skippy at WrestleMania?
Oh, man.
dear
Hell of a
God.
cell match.
That'd be the pre-show.
Have your money on me. Don't have your money on that old geezer who will be
That's
going
a
sent to
pre-
the old folks home.
That's a pre-show match. That's double pay.
Dude, that would be an old Sunday Night Heat match.
No, Snowman,
Yeah,
that's going to be a dark match before the pre-show.
Oh.
Oh, my gosh. All I ask is for you people to put your money on me. I'll take the old man to the cleaners.
And
Just
that
kidding.
match would be brought to you by Cost Cutters.
Hey, what happens?
And bad clits.
Hey, look at that haircut from Cost Cutters. They did a good job of cutting that.
I can't see.
Oh.
Browning doesn't know how to get a haircut. No, I'm kidding, Browning. Oh.
Mamma mia.
Sean, I told you I just ate my lunch. Don't show that mop to me, okay?
What's the matter,
Hey.
Snowman? Jealous? No, just
You
kidding.
better-
Hey, I got a question. What happens if Shannon Sharp were to interfere in that match?
Yeah, boy.
He'd get his teeth knocked out.
Oh, God. Josh is ready for the next one.
I found some good news, by the way, Browning. They said that Carmella and R-Truth are going to be on Wild 'N Out tomorrow. I'm actually going to watch
Oh,
it.
boy.
That's going to be pretty funny.
Better than Lacey Evans Hitchers coming out.
Oh, because she's being a heel? That bothers you? She doesn't do anything. She walks around. I'm butthurt. I'm a wrestling fan.
Everybody, listen, Brownie.
Josh,
Everybody
give-
should be a face once, and everybody should be a heel once.
Yeah.
Josh, you better give me mine now because I got to take off in 21 minutes because
All
I
right.
have to go to work. Here.
All right.
Oh,
This
that's how it'd be.
Oh, man. Here we go. Skip Bass in
Oh,
the
this
back.
was Snow.
Yes, yeah, you get the point, dude.
Do it.
Yeah.
My Golden State Warriors will be bounced in the first round of the NBA playoffs.
Bounce.
Uh-oh.
I've been waiting to do this segment for a long time. Man.
Oh, Snowman disappeared. You know he's upset about this.
Well, I kind of asked for that one, didn't I? Okay.
There one? Wait, who's giggling like a? Wait, which one of you are giggling like a little schoolgirl?
Not me.
Oh man, Snowman, let's hear your comments.
Josh, I'm gonna need you to repeat that because I want to be sure I heard that right.
Yes.
Oh.
All right. Skippy Bale said that my Golden State Warriors will be bounced in the first round of the NBA playoffs.
That's okay.
Playoffs.
Hey, don't feel bad. I'm not going to be watching the playoffs anyway.
First of all, Skip, you don't even have a team. You're from Oklahoma City, and I don't consider them a team in the first place. Second of all, if you are thinking of betting on LeBron James in the playoffs, good luck with that. Third of all, did you even watch the game last night in Houston? Golden State, even though they're going to be underdogs for most of the playoffs because of what I said about the NBA and I believe about the NBA, they're going to be underdogs for all of the playoffs because stars want to see them knocked off. They're going to blow through everybody, win 16 in a row, and they're going to win the world championship, period.
What a boring snooze fest that'll be.
Yeah, really. I'm not. Don't feel bad, Sean. I'm not watching the playoffs today.
Why didn't Skip Bayless say that my Boston Celtics won't even make the goddamn playoffs? How do you like them?
Or Skip Bayless could say, my Boston Golden State Warriors at Oracle Arena by 34 points. How do you like them apples?
I gotta say, it's nice having a functioning mic now and not having birds in the background. Let me just quick.
Oh, the birds want to chirp and be with Josh. They want to be with all of us, the birds do.
Yeah, boy.
I got a great thing now.
Hey, I've been hearing a lot of birds lately because it's getting warm.
Listen, those birds needed to get cooked.
They did.
All right, give me another one. Give me another one. I got to close the shop here.
All right, this one's going to another team in the Bay Area that you love. Snowman, this one involves another Bay Area team that you love so much. Here we go.
And I think I know which one it is.
Yeah, me too.
Skippy Bale said that my San Francisco 49ers will go 3-13.
Oh.
They might. They might, actually.
Yeah, the 49ers 3-13. Snowman, you might want to just boycott the NFL this year.
Uh-oh.
Sean, fuck you and the horse you rode in on, you four-eyed bastard.
I got something to show everybody, too.
Okay.
Now,
okay.
Let's put this right in the camera. Right there. Look at that right there. Huh?
Sean, how can we see? Well, you got a camera. Yeah, dude. Oh.
There you go. Oh, the goat. Yeah.
Sean, I got a question. Do you see
Tom Brady looks like a damn goat.
Oh man,
Sean, I have a question. Is that what Playboy is to other?
Oh my God.
Hey, Frank. Hey, Giselle's tits have goat residue.
Oh.
You can't talk about Giselle like that. She has kids that are. She has night dogs.
I take back what I said to Sean a moment ago. I'm not boycotting the NFL because the Niners are actually going to go either 11-5 or 12-4 if they avoid injuries. Injuries have been the thing the last 2 years that have curtailed San Francisco. They got the right people in place, and they're going to be fine. They're going to be fine. They just need to find that 1A receiver, and I have a prediction which I will make tomorrow on my show during hour 2 of who that 1A receiver will be, and it will come via a trade.
All right.
I have a feeling where you're going with that. I'll keep it to myself, though.
Okay.
But after the 49ers do go 3-13 or 5-11, Snowman will be in for another long fall.
Listen. And the supposed Super Bowl champs will go 0-8-8.
Here, let me put the fingers right there. It's the six-time Super Bowl champion.
By the way, Frank.
Yeah, what, dude?
Frank, I wonder how Le'Veon Bell feels about having Dow Loggins as his offensive coordinator.
Hey, you know what? It's a fresh start for him. He probably, you know what? That's not going to work. I'm telling you, fellas.
And on that note, I got to pack up and take off. I got to go to work here, but it's been great being with you.
God's bless.
Thank you, Snowman.
God's bless.
Thanks, Snowman.
We'll see you next week, Snowman.
See you guys next week. Thank you for having me.
All right, man. Thank
Hey,
you to the one and only Brian Snow for hopping on with us for our return episode of the Sports Drive.
He's awesome.
Sean, I was telling the boys about this. This is my 6th anniversary, I guess, of being a broadcaster today. And it's really cool to come back on here and do this each week with you guys. You know, we all have been having busy schedules and stuff, but the fact that we're able to put this show once a week during this time where more news comes out than a Monday or a Tuesday, it's going to be pretty cool. And especially when football season comes back, we'll make our predictions on a Thursday instead of having everybody be like, oh, I don't know.
Remember, I am the official pick-em master. I am the official pick-em master.
2 championships in a row, baby.
You know what? You have to let him win one.
Hey, you know what, Glory Hump? Hey, Glory Hump, wasn't it you and I that were fighting for first place?
Yes, for a little bit, yeah.
Hey,
we
you
had
know
a
what?
good
I
match.
came in fourth.
Glory Hump, I gotta say this. You're the man.
I'm not the pick-em master. I am the I'm the upset master, though. I'll say that. I am the.
I thought you came in fourth or something.
By the way, I can't believe Mike North is back on ESPN 1000.
Oh yeah,
God.
I'm the upset.
Mike North doing a gambling
Cowherd is
show on
saying right
ESPN 1000.
Hey, look at this way. Gambling's legal in every state now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Get in trouble. Look what happened with Pete Rose when he gambled against baseball. Yes.
I'm kind of glad you're here, Sean, because the next one has something to do with one of your favorite owners. Here we go. By the way, we're not done with the NASCAR yet. You thought I was done with you. Excuse me,
Oh no! Oh,
my New England Patriots need to do more investigation in the spas and the masseuses in the Florida area.
Dear Lord, dude.
You know, this is a real bad. Brent's reaction is great. Listen, I Trinity, it's bad. All right, Robert Kraft. Yes, I knew. Probably there's got to be more investigation and stuff. My team never catches a break, but you know, like I always said, I always get the laugh when the New England Patriots win a Super Bowl.
Hey,
and Fort Browning can sit there.
The reason I'm laughing right now. The reason I'm laughing right now is the way Frank is like, dude. Oh my God.
Reaction is priceless. Well, I'm glad I'm seeing your actual face, Frank, instead of your legs. I don't want to see that stuff. Not on the.
Well, so what can I say about your face? It's a beautiful face. It's a beautiful face.
Oh
yeah. Well, the women are saying, "Hey, check that Frank Sprinkle out.
Yeah,
check that Josh Lopez out.
You know what? They might have. They might have. I was at Planet Fitness exercising this morning. They probably will.
All right. How about this quote?
Oh boy.
Why? My Cleveland Browns are gonna win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, right.
You know what? I'll say this: Cleveland's much improved. I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl, but they're going to be in the playoffs.
Remember when I shared that quote? I shared that quote a couple years ago, and Sean's like, "The Browns will never make a Super Bowl.
The Browns won't make a Super Bowl." And I'm sticking with it on the 14th of March of 2019. There is no way that the Cleveland Browns. Okay, they got Odell Beckham, they got other guys. They're not going anywhere. I mean, no. It's just not going to happen.
How sweet would it have been if the Browns beat the Patriots in the playoffs?
Oh,
how awesome would that be?
Oh, that would be classic.
That would be a horrible day because I would not want.
Would that be a nightmare?
Yes, I would be in mourning. I would be a nightmare. I'd be drowning my sorrows with my wine right next to me. I'd be like, yeah. Yeah,
hey,
that's what I do.
Would you have to take away sharp metallic objects? Well,
that is horrible. Yeah, how can you say such a thing?
What would happen? Would you kill a man?
No,
I got some breaking news.
What you got, dude?
Breaking news. AJ Styles will fight Randy Orton at WrestleMania.
Yes.
Yes. Go Styles. Go Styles. Yes.
Speaking of Styles.
That match is going to be awesome.
You know what? I've met AJ Styles, and let me say, he is a cool guy in person. He really is.
Wearing his shirt right now.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Browning, how's Chuck E. Cheese Smooth doing?
He's a Hall of Famer, so.
Yeah, dude. He'd probably kick your butt.
Sal trained himself.
Hall of Famer, my ass.
Chuck E. Cheese Smooth.
No, go Styles. I do have a lot of interest in that match, by the way.
Yeah.
My opinion, AJ Styles and Randy Orton will steal the show at WrestleMania this year.
I've
I don't know who to choose, though, because Randy Orton's my
I've
other
never been an
favorite.
Orton fan. Listen, I've never been an Orton fan like I've never been a Cena fan.
That's a
Please,
shame.
I haven't.
Well, I think, the other thing is you better be careful how you say it with Skip. I think Skip Bayless would have a different perspective with you when it comes to wrestling and WWE. I'm sure Josh has got some nice quotes about what Skip said about wrestling.
You know, I got to tell you, I miss the WWF.
Bayless. How about that? How about them marbles?
WrestleMania, I got to tell you, Mania is shaping up to be pretty awesome this year.
Yes, it is. We have some interesting matches this year. All right, here we go. Next one. Skip Bayless to the mind.
Gosh, come on.
This one's for Browning since he's doing the
Oh, great.
Brian's off asleep. Like
Skip Bayless to the my Philadelphia Eagles will miss the playoffs. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, what happened, Browning? You lost Nick Foles to the Jaguars. They're not going anywhere.
Hey, Sean, I got a question. Sean, I got a question to ask you. You said you were when the Red Sox won the World Series, you were in Los Angeles. Let me ask you, did all that jumping up and down cause LA to have an 8.8? Did it cause LA to have a 10.0 earthquake?
I was in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
No, you said you were at Dodger Stadium. I have a question. Jumping up and down after the final out, did LA have an earthquake after that?
Oh.
Hey, I celebrate with other Red Sox fans, so I had a bottle of but you know what? Yeah, Browning. What do you say about that, Browning? The Eagles won't even make the playoffs. You don't even have Nick Foles anymore.
Hey,
nothing
Sean,
much to say there, Browning.
Sean, I can defend Browning. He's straight.
Yeah, just like you sent me those stupid pictures and images, you sneak.
That
was horrible.
See, let me say this about Browning. He doesn't need to get a by looking at Sports Illustrated of the Patriots winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he doesn't need a hard on. Hey, Brian, I got a question for you. How do you feel about Blake Bortles possibly being your backup quarterback?
I don't know what he got rid of Nick Foles, but we got Sean Jackson back.
I heard that. That's pretty cool.
It still could be a long year for the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, they didn't even deserve to win it in
They
2017.
defeated the Patriots
No, they did win.
17, so.
Hey, they did win it, Sean. Too bad, so sad. They won it.
According to Ian Rappaport, the Eagles are trying to trade for Jordan Howard. So we'll see
But
what
the
happens.
thing is, Eagle fans, you may have had the best of us in Super Bowl 52, but we towards the 2000s.
You set Tom Brady in the
Sean,
last
you have
season.
you have no legs to stand on. Tom Brady lost to Nick Foles in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Well, that's right. Brady's a 6-time champion, has a chance to go for his 7th championship.
Wait. Hold on. Booker T has won more championships than Tom Brady.
That's correct. That is correct. And Ric Flair as well. Ric Flair's won more titles.
Yeah, that Ric Flair. We can't forget about the Nature Boy. Jet flying, limousine riding, kiss stealing, wheeling, dealing, son of a gun. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time, Ric Flair.
Don't worry. When we do future shows, even though I got the championship Red Sox gear, don't worry. When I have my championship Patriot gear, I'm going to wear it and stick it right in your face. No,
Sean, during the Super Bowl, I have a feeling you weren't even wearing any pants.
Oh, good God.
Josh, did you hear that? I mean, we need to edit that out.
No, this is not filter audio. Not filter audio.
Got a White Sox t-shirt on because Josh is ready for a White Sox season. Oh God.
Yeah, but let me just say this: at least the Gluey Hump and I and Browning aren't having sexual relations with our teams.
Oh, Frank, that's disgusting. We're on the air here. Let's keep it clean. Remember, think of the children, boys. Think of the children.
Aren't they in school?
Yeah.
They could be listening to us in the library saying, who are these goofy creatures? Who are these goofy guys?
Well, don't you think they're...
Sean, I got a question for you real quick.
Right,
I never asked you this before. What's your horoscope, by the way?
Dude, I don't believe any of that stuff. Horoscope.
What do you mean by that, Josh?
Yeah,
like,
dude, really.
You know how like they have Taurus, like Cancer, Gemini, yada yada. You know what I'm talking about?
Dude, I don't believe any of that crap.
What's your birthday? I forgot.
Mine. By the way, my birthday is 3/24. I'm in 10 days. I will be hitting 3. Yep. Hey, I'm gonna be a nice 32-year-old man.
You're gonna be 32. You don't, Sean, you don't act like this. You really don't.
Hey, Frank, you have a lot of things that you have to work on too. So zip
like
your
what?
lip.
Tell me what I have to work on.
Oh, boy.
You have to work on giving up on the Chicago Cubs since they actually won one World Series in your lifetime.
Yeah, but Sean, when they won, I didn't get an erection.
Oh
God. You were probably up all night partying. And we had to talk about it being like the big thing since the moon landing. Yeah,
right,
go ahead.
What's up with your Hannibal Lecter shades in the background?
I don't know. I'm in another...
That's the problem. You see, that's what he has to work on, Josh.
Right,
you have the next
2 more Skippy quotes for you. Here we go.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. Here we go.
Skippy Bayless said that David Ortiz is not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Oh,
I think he is. I think he is. I think he
In the
is.
steroids, he would.
Yeah. I'll say this though about Big Papi. He slows the game down a lot.
Why do I have to put up with this idiot who doesn't know anything about sports?
The pillows. Punch the pillows.
My God! Jeez.
Stop trying to see her stomach. Oh my gosh, that was gross.
Oh.
That was gross, dude.
Hey, what's the matter, man? You can't hack it? Then that's just too bad, Frank. We need to have a pity party for you. Oh, David Ortiz is a definite Hall of Famer.
I agree.
He did
I agree.
so much. 3 championships.
Would he go?
He was a World Series. Huh?
Would he go in the steroid wing of the Hall of Fame?
Hey! Now let's remember one thing here. He was the 2004 American League Championship Series MVP. He won the World Series MVP in 2013. Don't you forget some of the big
I
things.
believe he is a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer.
It's still ridiculous that Pete Rose is not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he should be, dude.
Well, that's because I think Bud Selig and Rob Manfred have done a horrible job. I would let him out in baseball prison and let him go to the Hall of Fame.
Oh, he will be when he dies. Oh, here, mark my word, he'll be in a what's that word? Posthumously or whatever.
I bet it's frustrating for the Cincinnati Red fans, including Kenny C, who's also a diehard Reds fan.
Oh God, I haven't heard his name in a while.
Chilling with Jeff and Kenny C, I remember. Yeah.
You remember Andrew the Welcher?
Yes.
No, can't say that I do.
I think so. I remember we had a couple Welchers. One guy was going to bet. I think I remember Jeff said, "I'll make a bet with you, and that is if like one team loses, you have to get rid of all your hair and be bald." And I was like, "Oh my God!"
I do. Hey, you guys remember Dr. Myth?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, you remember Dr. Myth?
Dr.
Myth was going to fly into Chicago, and him and I were going to drive up to Milwaukee and pretty much declare war in that city.
And let's not forget the traditional man who loves Pittsburgh sports more than any of us. Mr. Wes from the G-Big Show. Wes, yes. Wes was the guy that all people had. He was the guy that's probably saying it this year. Hey, gentlemen, the Pittsburgh Pirates are going to win the World Series this year. Gentlemen,
Lord, the man upstairs, Lord, please give me sanity.
Yeah, dude, give me sanity too.
I love it, Josh. On that day when we had our conference call, you were on my wall and we were having a debate, and Wes got involved, and Wes called you a Cubs fan, and you said, "I'm not a Cubs fan. I'm a White Sox."
Sean, I gotta say, you say some of the most corny things sometimes. We all do, but man, you take the cake.
Josh and Wes got into a debate, and that was so funny. I just sat there laughing the entire time.
I saw Kenny at the Real Business.
You guys remember when I impersonated Charles Barkley?
Huh.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and Barack Obama. I remember you did Obama.
Hey, you know what, Glory Help? I gotta say, you do the best Trump voice impression. You sound like Alec Baldwin. You really do. You sound like Alec Baldwin on Saturday Night Live when it comes to the voice. I'm not kidding.
Good God. We had the best architecture ever.
I wonder if there's any Jack Nicholson impersonation.
Look at Chicago. Look at Chicago. They're still killing each other.
Well, yeah, we know that.
I could do Trump. I could do Trump impressions for the rest of my life. The guy's still a jackass.
Yeah, listening to that loser screwing up the country like he is right now. Anyway, here we go.
What's the problem? Why can't I have Burger King and McDonald's and KFC and Arby's and Subway?
Subway sells.
And ladies and gentlemen,
hey Sean, how do you feel about Trump having Subway in the White House? I know that's your favorite.
The guy sits on his duff all day with nothing to do except have Subway and go on his Twitter. And then another thing with Trump, he goes to his golf course, and then what he does, he cheats when he plays golf.
Cheats?
That's true. He cheats. What a cheater and a liar.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah,
and
dude.
ruins relations with other countries, why we might head to war. All right, here's our next one. What's our next one?
Last one of the day.
What is it good for?
Absolutely
nothing. Say it again, y'all.
You know what I need in my life right now? Some Chicago in the background.
Yeah, that's my dad's favorite band, Chicago, dude.
And then
What?
By the way, if you ever spend time with the Big Win's dad, you'll understand where he gets his humor from.
Oh, my dad! Like I said, my dad couldn't sleep after the Bears lost the playoff game.
How about you? How's your reaction?
Hey, you know what? My reaction disappointing, but Glory Hump. I said this: the Bears went 12-4. They won the division. I said if they would go 8-8, I'd be celebrating. You know what? Super Bowl next year, Glory Hump. I can't see why not.
Great. I'll just boycott it and be a snooze fest. And you know something, Browning? You're lucky that your Eagles actually beat the Chicago Bears because the Bears should have won that game. You were lucky the defending champions won, but then they got thrown by Kenny C's New Orleans Saints.
That game was lucky too. Dude, all the damn NFC games were lucky. It was a crapshoot. The NFC title game was ridiculous with the referees.
Yeah.
Alshon Jeffrey had a pass. He dropped the ball, and that ended up being.
I want to hear that one.
And we had the double doink.
Yep.
Doink, 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 double doink the clown.
Yeah. That kick made Doink the Clown blush.
Yeah, exactly.
And then if that Chief player doesn't go offsides, we end up losing the game. But offsides on the defense. And then I was like, yeah!
Good Lord, dude!
I celebrated.
All right, you guys ready for the last quote of the day?
Sure, bring
this
that
is gonna be
jabroni.
great. This will be awesome. Yeah.
Here we go. Skip best to the mind.
Why?
Yeah.
My New England Patriots will trade Rob Gronkowski to wait for it.
I'm waiting for it, jabroni.
Wait for it.
He's going to retire, I think.
The Los Angeles Chargers.
Oh.
What the heck does he want to go? Oh, wait a minute.
You know
I
what?
can understand exactly why. I see. So he wants to go play with the stinking LA team, and then
that's why the bonus
Brock wants to go into a movie. He is not going anywhere. He's staying with the Patriots.
Bonus one. Here we go. Skippy Bayless said that Manny Machado is a better player than Ted Williams.
No, I disagree. Disagree.
Here we go.
Disagree. Sean, I have a question. Did you just soil yourself?
Yeah, I did. That was that comment that's. You know what?
Oh my
Ted
goodness!
Williams.
Oh dear Lord! Oh my gosh! Oh,
you know something, Skip? I love to do this. Right over there. That's the man right there. The splendid splinter.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Got that in Disneyland.
Hey, Brownie, thank you over there. You turning red on me.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. Because Browning can't contain himself. He's still red in the face right there. I know why, because Browning's getting ready. Oh, yeah, by the way, Browning, I hope you have fun at the Kentucky Derby this year. And yeah, Josh, what? Remember what I told you and I gave you a hard time about it? How about the horses that went around the racetrack? Don't you like the Kentucky Derby? You can have a blast on the first Saturday in May.
Yeah. Well, I could see Brownie at the Kentucky Derby. He'd have.
You know what, Sean? I'm gonna be preparing for my 25th birthday, not watching dumb horses make asses out of themselves.
You do turn 25 this year.
Something from the horses. Look at all the great horses of yesteryear. That did that.
By the way, my 25th birthday this year is on a Tuesday, which absolutely sucks. But
My birthday.
Josh will hit the town with Frank and have a couple beers together.
My birthday on a Tuesday.
I got something to tell you all here.
Go ahead, Brownie.
Oh, this is
Go
great.
ahead, dude. Jabroni.
April 29th, Monday Night Raw is coming here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude?
Hopefully, your crowd is not as bad as the Lafayette crowd from a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that was
brutal.
Hey, dude, bring a sign.
I'll try to.
Anyway, that Lafayette, Louisiana crowd would be just like how a Raw would be in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Just
Whoa.
Silence.
Whoa.
What's going on here? I don't know how to react.
I mean, like I said, there's all kinds of stuff to do in Coeur d'Alene. You guys are just chicken because you can't fly out and get an airline.
No, Sean, let me just say this. Sean, we're in Chicago. Trust me, we're not chicken. Take note. Bullets.
Well, I don't think there's anything to do in Chicago. I don't think their pizza and their chicken and their beer is very good. So if you came to Coeur d'Alene, you'd have a what?
Pizza's awesome, dude.
Since 9 years, Monday Night Raw is coming here.
You going, dude?
Yep. I got tickets already.
I'll be at Raw this Monday. I'll send you guys some pics as well.
Please do.
All right. That's a wrap for the Skippy Bayless Bash Shower. But really quick, before we head out for our first episode today, I want Frank, Browning, and Sean just to discuss a little bit about your guys' thoughts on NFL free agency. I'm gonna be more in the background. I did enough talking so far. I need my throat. My throat needs a break. But go ahead, guys.
Who do you want to go first?
Hey, buddy, go ahead. Just talk about some of the moves that caught your eye, or maybe thought were good or bad, or which teams you thought would be making more moves that should be right now. Go ahead, guys.
Well, I'm gonna go.
I'll go. I think. We'll see how well this looks with the Browns, but I'm joking. I think the Browns possibly could be a playoff contender.
Playoffs?
I mean, Odell. Shut up.
Yeah, dude, let him speak.
Odell Beckham is definitely a big upgrade for them. I mean, the Browns are young, and they do have definitely a future quarterback, so I think they were kind of a big winner. The loser, I think, was the Giants. The Giants are going to be a laughing stock, and I don't know what's going to happen with Eli Manning. I think Eli is really on the decline, gentlemen. What do you think, Frank?
Mm-hmm. He's getting old. Why are you asking me? Why me, dude?
I just want to see what your input was.
Well,
what do you think, Browning? Do you think Eli's going to be? You think Eli's done, Browning?
He probably got a couple years now, but I think it's done though.
And then let's not forget a team that I always predict that would do well would be the Dallas Cowboys.
No.
Now let's not forget.
Hurry up, Sean.
I think the Dallas Cowboys will definitely be back, Browning. I mean, Dallas has still got Dak Prescott, and Dallas is built for the future. Remember what Jerry Jones says? How about them Cowboys? Jerry Jones.
Never heard of him.
Oh, you are so bad.
What?
And then
the Jets got a little bit better. They got Odell Beckham. No. They got Le'Veon Bell. I'm just teasing. Yeah, Le'Veon Bell going to the Jets. I mean, it's going to be a real interesting NFL season. Flacco with the Denver Broncos. I mean, it'll be big when we get there. I think the AFC is going to be one tough AFC, and I know why they're doing it, because every team wants to go after the team that has been the dominant going back to 2014, which is the New England Patriots. I think, you still got to know that if you were going to win, you got to go through Tom Brady and the Pats. And I know Brady's getting on the decline and stuff, and I'm going to be prepared for the day when he retires. Oh, yeah. It's not going to last forever. I mean, I think he'll go till he's 45.
Oh,
Pending
yeah.
at the NFL.
It's true. It's damn true. I got to throw some Kurt Angle in there.
Depending on what happens with the NFL, because, Josh and I had a conversation about this. What would you guys think if the NFL possibly heads to a lockout? There is still, Richard Sherman said last year in September he thinks the NFL is heading to lockout.
Oh, my God.
My God.
MLB, Josh and I.
Wait, Sean, we're talking NFL, dude. Don't change the subject.
I know, but you can see two sports that could go to lockout: MLB and NFL.
Oh, yeah. Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Because Josh is upset about the slow free agency of MLB, right, Josh? Sorry for getting off topic.
Yeah, it's frustrating, and I went on a little rant this morning about Cub fans trying to be the authority on White Sox moves.
Respect my authority.
But going back to NFL free agency real quick, Browning, you mentioned earlier that the Eagles traded for Deshaun Jackson. Hopefully, probably not. What do you think about the Colts not making a lot of moves?
That surprises me.
Yeah.
They got a plan. I think the Colts are going to draft well.
Hopefully.
Probably.
But they're going to have to. Hold on. If they can't sign free agents, they're going to have to build for the draft. But if you ask me, you want to build through the draft. That's how you build a championship team. You probably build for the draft. You sprinkle some free agents along the way. You develop your own talent. It has worked for a good number of organizations. And to me, that's how you win a Super Bowl.
I mean, the Colts are there.
I got a question.
Oh, sorry.
I got an answer. I
don't interrupt. Sorry, Josh.
Sean, how you feel about the Patriots not re-signing Steven Gostkowski?
Oh.
Well, Gostkowski is a good kicker, but I think they're just ready to go with a different kicker. I mean, Gostkowski sometimes was not impressive. And yes, you guys love this. I hated this. The Miami Miracle missing that stupid extra point field goal.
Well, Cody Parkey. Hey, Cody Parkey's available.
I think
Parkey's looking in Miami too. We both had shitty games in Miami.
Yeah, we did.
You know what, Justin Hill, wherever you're listening, I'm sure you loved every minute of it. Enjoy it, because you know what, Justin Hill? You know what, Justin Hill out there in Miami, Florida? You can laugh all you want because you beat us in the Miami Miracle. But you know what? In the end, I still got the last laugh.
Honestly, though, the NFL should do something about Miami Stadium, because the way they have their visitors set up, with like the lack of air conditioning or just even decent protective stuff for them, is ridiculous.
That's what a Super Bowl is going to be next year.
I know.
Oh boy.
That's my point, though. You should have the best availability for playing conditions, no matter where you're playing at. Okay, if it's raining or snowing, okay, yes, I understand that. But there's no reason why players should be playing in that type of heat when you're not doing anything to cool them down, or at least have them not be exhausted before the first quarter ends.
I thought this was a nice state-of-the-art renovated stadium.
It's a dump. It's still a dump. All they did is put a little roof over it. That's all they did.
Yeah, it looks like doesn't look like they put big spikes on all four corners.
Yeah, they changed the colors to teal blue, and
I don't mind the colors. I think the colors look nice.
And Browning, I got to say this about the Eagle Stadium. It's way better than the old Veterans Stadium. I had some friends that went to a Phillies game, and they thought that Veterans Stadium was a dump. So at least you got a way better – Lincoln Financial Field is better than Veterans Stadium.
I'd say they had to get rid of Foles for that. They should have signed him, but that's ridiculous.
Well, do you think Carson Wentz is going to be big for them? You think he's going to be okay? You think he'll bounce back?
Hopefully, if he doesn't get hurt again, but I don't know. Philadelphia will be there for sure. The Redskins, I got to ask you guys about this. What did you guys think of the Washington Redskins moves? What did you guys think of them? They made some big pickups too. Josh?
Okay.
Yeah, I think the New York Giants are morons.
They are morons.
You let a young talent like Landon Collins go like that to another team in your division. And secondly, your GM says at the combine, "Oh, we didn't sign a belt to trade him." Yeah. Well, what the fuck did you do the other day?
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Nimrods.
And then, of course, Adrian Peterson has informed everybody that he's going back to the Washington Redskins.
Very nice.
Cool.
That's
Well,
nice.
the Red
I want to get your thoughts on this. Shout out to the newest Chicago Bear, Cordell Patterson. Yeah.
No, the Bears are. I'm going again. The Bears are close. The Packers. Thank goodness that we ought to hear about the Packers because remember how biased the media was, and everybody thought, "Oh, the Packers are going to be the best team." Aaron Rodgers. Hey, how does it feel that Mike McCarthy got fired?
You're fired.
I can't believe I'm saying this. Vegas has the Packers and Browns having better Super Bowl odds this year than the Bears.
Yeah, boy.
Think about that.
The Packers, come on. It's going to be interesting to see what they can do with their new coach.
Will they even make the playoffs this year?
Hey, look. The
Playoffs.
Bears, the Bears are like the Rams of 2017 are like where the Bears were last year.
And I'm not going to sleep on the Rams at all. I mean, LA Rams, they'll be back with the young talent they got. You know, they'll be back. And the youngest coach who's like me, what's his name? Sean
McVay.
Sean McVay is kind of overrated in my opinion.
What? He did a good job, Josh.
Yeah, I thought he did a good job.
He's overrated.
He did a good job too.
Well, what about Goff? What about their quarterback, the LA Rams quarterback, Goff? What do you think of him?
He's all right. I mean, anybody does a better job after Jeff Fisher's no longer their coach. Just ask this Nick Foles.
Oh.
That's Nick Foles. Oh man! And then Pittsburgh. You know, I wonder how those Steelers are feeling after losing Le'Veon.
That's
well, you know what? I'm sure Wes will have something to say to all of us.
Sean, it's not that I don't care about Wes's health, but I don't care about what I do wish him the best health-wise, but I don't care otherwise.
Well, Wes is probably going to come out and say,
Sean, I don't care about Wes. I don't care about Wes.
But he's probably going to come out and say, hey, Josh, Frank, and Browning and Sean, the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to win the Super Bowl this year.
I don't care what he thinks. It doesn't matter what Wes thinks.
And Josh, what about your AFC team, the Baltimore Ravens? How do you feel about them?
I'm not a big Lamar Jackson fan. I'm not. He needs to do a much better job. Yeah, he can run the football, but he needs to actually throw the football. His performance against the Chargers was not good.
Losing Joe Flacco was a huge loss for the Ravens. That's going to bite.
Hey, Glory Hump. The AFC is going to be pretty weak.
Yes, it is.
Really. The NFC is where it's at now.
Yeah, so the NFC will be like a Pier 6 brawl, and the AFC will just be the Wild Wild West.
Basically, yes. That's what the AFC is going to be. I mean, you got the Chiefs. They got their division wrapped up. I think the Browns are going to win. Have great potential to win.
Oh, by the way, how you feel about the Dolphins getting Brian Flores from the Patriots as their new head coach?
That ain't going to help.
That's not going to help.
That ain't going to help. Good luck.
Hey, Justin Hill, wherever you're listening, I have to tell you, your Dolphins are going to have another long season again. You know, you think they're good, but every year is just, you know, so. I mean, the Dolphins led for a short time in the AFC, but you knew the Patriots were going to go on that run. So I don't think Brian Flores is going to make your team any better. That's the way I look at it.
Right.
Cool.
And then hopefully we can get the issue with the national anthem all settled this year.
Okay.
Well, remember, I mean, what should we do? Should we kneel or should we stand and then, you know, sing the national anthem with the singer?
The worst national anthem of all time, Rosie O'Donnell.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What about Roseanne?
Oh, Roseanne.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Sean, listen, Glory Hump, you weren't born then. This was 1990. I was in between second and third grade. And what's remarkable is afterwards, this was at a Padres game. There was a Padres home baseball game. She grabbed her crotch afterwards. I mean, really, it's almost as if she.
Oh, geez.
She did.
Wow. Her crotch is probably dirty too, which makes it even more disgusting.
Hey, you know, give Roseanne a break, okay?
Yeah,
She's
already not going to give her a break. She's a racist. She's
a tweet. Trouble.
Hey, I actually watched Roseanne when it came back. I thought it was pretty funny.
No, it was Home Improvement and Saved by the Bell. Yes, and
I know you two are stuck in the past with a lot of things. How do you feel about all these reboots for all these different shows.
I hate
Here's
them.
my reply.
Hate them. They suck.
That's a snooze fest.
All right,
It
Brownie.
is a snooze fest.
Brownie, quick question for you, Hump.
All right.
How do you feel about Jay Ajayi still being a free agent? What other running backs do you think the Eagles could get for this season?
Oh, I don't know why he's still free agent. They should have signed him too, but not as bad as Nick Foles. But
Darren Sproles is back for another year. I saw that.
yeah, hopefully he won't be hurt again because we had a lot of injuries. But at least we can pull through this coming up season, so we'll see about that.
Tom Brady. Tom Brady.
Oh, yeah. My favorite man, my favorite quarterback.
Dude, your favorite man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, my God. OMG.
He's a sports legend. What's the matter with you? That's why he's one of my favorites. I mean, he's up there along with Williams and Bobby Orr and Bill Russell,
Hey, Sean,
Larry Bird.
Sean, we know who Tom Brady's married to. Having said that, he's married.
And he's been through a lot, but you know what? He can put up that finger right there and say 6, maybe even 7 next year.
No.
Yes, Browning. You'll just be upset because your Eagles will be watching from home, just like you did.
They're not deflated, though.
Oh, sure. Yeah, had to hit me with deflated, you stinker. Oh, my gosh. And by the way, Josh and Frank, how did it feel when the Patriots beat the Bears in Chicago last year?
Well, you know what? Sean, let me tell you, they played them very well. In years past, the Bears would have gotten blown out by the Patriots.
By the way, that game told me that the Bears were a real team.
Yeah, they did. Me too.
But couldn't get it quite in the end zone because they were 1 yard out.
Sean. So after that, Sean, you watched that game. How much touching did you do after that?
Oh.
Did you like take off your Brady jersey and put whipped cream on you?
You know what I did? I just, after I won, I said, congratulations, Patriots. I'm going to have a glass of milk to drink and celebrate. Yep. That's what I did. Congratulated myself. And Josh was upset because Josh said, man, your team got so lucky.
Hey, I have a question. Did you put your midsection at a TV?
Oh.
Frank, again, we have to remember there are children that are probably listening to us. They're probably listening to us right now. You know what? They could be at the library saying, man, this is not appropriate content.
You drill it over the Patriots are not appropriate content.
Oh, sure it is, because we won the Super Bowl, and I have the Sports Illustrated magazine to prove it. Yeah.
What?
You know what? I did not miss that for a long time.
You're a foul one.
No, Josh, we're not going through with that again. And by the way, you better wear your green or you're going to get pinched because we have a holiday coming. Come on, we got St. Patrick's Day. Come on, have some Guinness beer and some corned beef and cabbage or some Irish stew. There you go.
No.
I do such a thing.
I'm not having that. You know what I'm having? I'm having
Shut up, Browning.
Corned beef sucks.
Greg,
let me tell you. Yes, I did. Sean, let me tell you something. When I was about 11, 12, 13 years old, my mom would make it every year, and I threw a fit. I'm not kidding. There were times in which I didn't like. Sometimes when my mom cooked when I was growing up, that I would literally throw a fit.
Well, you could always have Irish stew. I mean, you could have that, and you could have a Guinness beer.
I don't mind Guinness.
What do you mean? Have you ever tried Guinness before, Frank?
No, I try American. Import.
But remember, in Chicago, they have to spray the river with green and stuff too, or the lake or something, Lake Michigan, and go to the parade and have fun at the parade this weekend.
No, it's actually the Chicago River. It's actually the Chicago River, dude.
And by the way, Josh and Frank and Browning, we actually do a parade here in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho for St. Patrick's Day. Tide.
That's nice.
You know what my type of parade is?
What's that, dude?
What is that?
Columbus Day.
Scoring some waterfall and eating pierogies. How about that? Chicago style pierogies. Yes.
And remember, don't mess with the leprechaun. Don't mess with the
nice long piece of pizza from Bocce's. Frank, have you had Bocce's before?
No, I haven't. Have you ever had? It's on the south side. Ever had Doreen's though?
No, I heard of it though.
Doreen's is good. That's actually my favorite pizza. There's one by me. I actually have Doreen's points.
Well,
good
I went
stuff.
to all
stuff.
Yeah. That's good.
Hey, Frank, we got to hang out in person soon again.
We will.
And then you guys will call me up on my phone and stuff too, when I'm watching a Red Sox game, and I'll be like, "Oh, hi, Josh. Hi, Frank. Good to hear from you."
We called Snowman. No, we called Sean while we're at a restaurant for my birthday a couple years ago with Snowman. that was a lot of fun. That was a good night.
Yeah, that was a good night. By the way, I drove home.
NBA playoffs.
I drove home. I don't watch the NBA playoffs. You know what, Gluey Hump? It's amazing. I drove home without having shots fired on the Ryan.
You had your windows up, right?
Yeah, I did. Of course I did, dude. Of course, stupid, silly.
And remember this was St. Patrick's Day. Be nice to the leprechauns or you'll get beat up.
Sean, you know what I would do? I would put the leprechaun through a table.
Hey, how about we have a field goal competition using leprechauns?
Yeah, there you go. Hey, you know what? The leprechaun would miss and fall on his rear end, and that would hurt, dude.
Yeah, just like those Nimrods doing the Goose Island challenge.
Yeah, if they did it that Saturday after Parkey had missed the field goal, none of them. What was it? A year's supply of Goose Island?
Yeah, a bunch of jackasses sliding on the concrete of Chicago.
You know what? I was thinking of going to it. I was thinking about going to it, not as a participant, but just watch these people make idiots of themselves.
And then we could all sing with the leprechauns. When Irish.
By the way, Frank, all those guys who participated in that kicking competition are probably the same people who act like they would be better GMs than the actual GMs.
Oh, of course. They're wannabe. Dude, they're wannabe GMs. They're wannabes.
All right, guys, we got 3 minutes left here before we wrap our first episode of the Sports Drive back here. Glad to do this again. It's been long overdue, but the fact we still have the same chemistry on air, we still have the same catchphrases and all the. It's like we haven't done. It's like we did a show last week. We really haven't missed time, so it's kind of a good thing. I know I know I slipped earlier with the herd part, but I haven't done that in a while. I forgot.
Don't worry, you'll get it. Relax.
But going forward, we're gonna be doing the show every single Thursday right here on YouTube. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for our episodes. We do the show every Thursday, 11 to 1 p.m. on the East Coast, 10 to noon here in the Central. If you live anywhere else, figure it out for yourself.
Come on, it's the West Coast here. What the heck's the matter?
Hey, hurry up! I got
All right,
go ahead, Frank.
Before we head out, let's do the spoken word really quick. Again, folks, no matter what's going through your life, understand that you control the energy that comes your way. Do not let anything affect you internally. If you want to put energy into bad situations, that's on you. Nice. Anyways, let's get out of here. Let's really quick. Browning, you can follow Browning on Twitter at Browning Master. Make sure to follow the Walmart boy at Sean Man.
I will create a new Twitter.
Yeah, he's making a new.
I make changes to his social media. Anyway, yeah.
By the way, follow the Big Win at Twitter at Big Win Frank. I'm at Twitter and Instagram at the Hoots Podcast. Make sure to subscribe to the Hoots Podcast. We're doing our reflective episode today. I'm actually recording it a little later on today with my brother Adam, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. And we'll be back here next week. Make sure to support Snowman and everything he's doing with the Arena Sports Network. Always having a good time when he's on air with us. It was a fun show, boys. It went by pretty fast, huh?
Oh yeah.
It did, and I know we'll work around our schedules too. We'll work around our schedules and find out what everybody's gonna be doing. Hopefully, I'll be here next Thursday, but I may have to work full time. But anyway, we'll work around it. Of course, we will.
All right. So for the Walmart boy, for the Browning Master, the Big Win, and the Snowman, I am the Gluey Hump. Josh Lopez. Thank you so much for checking out episode 209 of the Sports Drive. We'll talk to you guys next week.